Hi, good evening, everyone. I have a new update here, and this one actually has to do with an announcement that Mayor Stoney just made. Mayor Stoney has basically come out and said he's looking to remove all of our Confederate monuments. You know, I've spoken advocately against erasing Virginia's history. This does not belong to Mayor Stoney. It belongs to all Virginians. It is our history. Do I think we should learn from it? Absolutely. And we should add to the monuments that are there. But you know, it disturbs me whenever I see people. You know, let's be honest here. There is an overt effort here to erase all white history. I mean, that's what they're looking at doing. Listen, our grandfathers were guilty of slavery, and that is wrong, and I denounce that. I feel like slavery is wrong. It is evil. We should never own another human being. But you know, that's not the only thing that Lee and others were known for. They did other things. You know, there is not one human being that has not committed a sin. You know, and if you think that you are that person, that's not correct. You know, we need to be respectful of everybody's culture and how everybody feels about these monuments. And personally, I feel like that we need to be respectful. You know, this is also a First Amendment issue. We need to remember that these are expressions of artistic expression. You know, whenever I work to get the porn that they wanted to show as quote-unquote education and literature in our public schools, the socialist Democrats pushed back and said that was free speech, that we should allow porn in our public schools and teach it as education through some of the books that they were recommended. You know, I pushed back on that with the summer reading list in Chesterfield County. But it just gets me that they think somehow that it's okay for them to revise history and eliminate the parts of our history that they don't like, that they don't appreciate. I think we need to add context to some of the monuments that are out there. But I know friends of mine that, you know, those are their grandfathers and relatives of theirs, and I think it's very racially insensitive and racist in itself not to respect the history of all Americans. And so I'm opposed to that. And I would also say that Mayor Stoney has bigger needs in the city of Richmond that he needs to take care of instead of spending money on removing statues. Why don't you work on Richmond County Public Schools and getting those up to par? It's very disturbing to me that once again, that this Democrat new majority, they want the First Amendment for them, but they're not going to allow any differences of opinion. It's all about shoving this down people's throats and erasing the history of the white people. And I think that's wrong, and I would never do that to another person, another culture. You know, this is really frustrating to me. I had such a great event earlier today when we had an event for national peace, and here we have this Mayor Stoney, you know, really just not representative of all Virginians, you know, just his version of history. You know, look, it's freedom of expression. It's a First Amendment right. And I just feel like he's trying to erase history instead of allowing people to learn from it. So anyway, it's coming. The law that the General Assembly had passed, it is the General Assembly that had to approve the law this past session, which because of the new socialist majority that we have in there, they were able to get that law passed that goes into effect July 1. They can in fact remove monuments with some other things that they have to do about taking the monuments down and storing them and those types of things. But I just wanted to give you a heads up. I think we should not erase history. We need to learn from it. We can walk in love and respect each other's history, each other's cultures. We can object to the sin of slavery, But that's, these people did do other things that they're not just bad people because of that one thing. Unbelievable. All right. Thanks for listening, and you all have a good night.